on first down. Off the play fake. Good protection, and it's intercepted by Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey with a pick down the sideline and out of bounds. DK Metcalf was the intended receiver, and Geno Smith threw it right to the All-Pro.
Based on the way they played.
Third down and 6. Quick toss. Akers with the grab. Good tackle. Riley Dixon to hold. And the Rams on the board first. On second down, it's Walker again. A hole up the middle. He's got a first down and more, and Kenneth Walker. Third down and 6. Smith to the sideline for Lockett. And
running back, I'd get Kenneth Walker outside and line him up as a receiver and make Bobby cover.
As Walker zigzags his way into the arms of Bobby Wagner. We saw this a little bit in practice on Friday. Dallas will fake the give. He'll keep it. And DJ Dallas with room to run. Dallas pulled down inside the 15.
That's why they're settling for field goals and not capitalizing and getting touchdowns down here.
Smith looking for a touchdown, and it's knocked away from DK Metcalf by Troy Hill. Outstanding play by Hill. Jason Myers from 37 to tie this one up. And Myers just sneaks it in. So I'll let you be bold.
Well, the Rams were in on the McCaffrey sweepstakes, and it just didn't work out. But I'll tell you what worked out is Kobe Bryant in the backfield.
Baker will keep. Fakes the option pitch, and Baker Mayfield took a big hit. Third down and 3. Mayfield with pressure late. He's in trouble, and he's sacked for the second time on the drive. Comes that pressure. Kobe Durant providing the late heat. Geno going to take it the other way, and Geno Smith. Smith with time. Nobody open. Now going the other way. Turning the corner again. And Geno Smith. Hit from 37 earlier. This from 36. And the kick is good. And the Seattle Seahawks. Atwell in motion. Akers the carry. Room to the edge, and Akers down the sideline. Cam Akers lowers the shoulder into Quandre Diggs. Third and 3. Mayfield. Pressure comes. Mayfield able to get away the first time, but he cannot get away the second time for Boye Mafe. From 45 yards for Matt Gay. And the 100th made field goal in Geno Smith, and the guy he backed up a year ago. Nice run to the right side for Walker.
Here to beat for Geno, playing this whole season.
Draw play to DJ Dallas, and Dallas not going to be able to get anywhere close to the first down, and Bobby Wagner are going to usher him all the way out of the stadium. Ty Nsekhe now in at left tackle for the Rams. Off play action. Mayfield checks it short. This is Cam Akers. Akers into Seattle territory. Four-man rush. Mayfield checks it short to Akers. Akers up the sideline, and Akers well short of. Second and 12 for Seattle. There's Walker in the flat. Walker breaks a tackle, and Walker gets good yardage. Motioning at the top of your screen. Smith looking that way. Throws, and it's intercepted and then dropped. The ball is loose. Was there a change of possession? Because Quentin Lake, the rookie from UCLA, had it, then coughed it up, ends the play with the ball in his hands.
Oh, look at that, just jumping in front of Parkinson.
Now they're ruling the play an incomplete pass. So never had possession, never had the 2 steps, the football move.
Well, watch this. Here comes it's kind of like a vapor route. There goes Noah Fant, and Parkinson's job is to get in the vapor trail of Noah Fant.
Mayfield with time. Open. Van Jefferson down the sideline and into Seattle territory. Baker sets it up, blocking in front for Higbee. Tyler Higbee with a first down. Rams getting things going this quarter offensively. A little counter, and that's Brandon Powell, and Powell upended.
Got to keep these footballs numbers and lower so they fall innocently to the ground if somebody drops it.
Little end around. It's Atwell to the edge. Oh. Atwell to the end zone for a Rams touchdown.
And watch, Atwell's going to go all the way around. But watch, it's really Higbee missing on Irvin, knowing that he can get the block later on, right? He has to decide, is Irvin going to make this play? No, I can get around him. Atwell can circle him, and that's really the scoring block, the block on Mike Jackson. Right around there, 45 yards or so to get him in field goal position.
Steps away from pressure early, but he cannot step away from Michael Hoyt with 4.5 sacks on the year.
You see the gloves next to Lockett? He dumped his gloves right there on the field.
On the field. And out of bounds is Metcalf. He's short.
Give your run game an opportunity. You got your whole playbook available.
3rd and 2. It is the run game. It is Akers, and it is close. I don't think he got there.
You know, you learn about guys like that, play with his style, but you got to be yourself.
3rd and 10. Mayfield in all kinds of trouble and runs into a sack. Darrell Taylor, already a career high 8.5. 2nd and 11. Rams rush 4. Smith surveys the field, finds his tight end and Colby Parkinson.
What did he tell them? He said, they are ready. We are going to take the ball. We are going to play Seahawk football.
He came in for Nick Scott, who's been out with a shoulder. And in the backfield, Walker able to spin away from Floyd. There's Geno out there blocking, and Walker turns nothing into something. And a first down out of bounds at the 36.
Had him in the backfield. And then he spins out of that. Watch this. There goes 54 Leonard Floyd. Oh, got by the arm tackle.
And the long run of the day for Kenneth Walker of 15 yards. Gets Seattle a first down.
2 times in a row they've lined up with him offset.
Smith looking for the end zone and Lockett. And he drops it in. Tyler Lockett with the touchdown.
You kidding me?
A pinpoint pass from Geno Smith, and Seattle a chance to tie it up.
His best throws of the year. I mean, that was a tight spiral. Just lift out your shirt, Lockett, and keep running. Don't break stride. What a throw. The revolutions on that football. That thing was tight, man.
Mayfield, backside pressure from Kobe Bryant. He has 1 sack today, but Mayfield gets rid of it to Van Jefferson, who gets the first down.
His timing, his spacing, really understanding structures of defenses and how to beat them.
Baker going to run. A lot of room. Baker Mayfield slides down.
You trying to run it weak?
Play action pressure up the middle. Mayfield throws on the run, and he finds Tutu Atwell. Little late pressure. Mayfield on the run. He just throws this away. Hold down from Riley Dixon, and Gay splits the uprights to give Los Angeles the 16-13 lead.
In no fashion, that wistfulness was very quickly, let's take care of something.
Yeah, exactly. He gave that up quickly. He gets a little help from Derek Young here.
They start yapping at each other again.
Off the play fake. Smith looking. Oh no! And it's the second pick of the day for Jalen Ramsey. His 4th of the season. The first Ram to do it since Gurley in 2015. Baker Mayfield in trouble, and he's going to be sacked for the 5th time. 2nd today for Bruce Irvin. The 4th of the year. 3rd and 12. Quick toss to Powell. Powell bumps into a blocker. That slowed him up. He couldn't get around Van Jefferson.
This is the beginning of something special for Seattle. If they can capitalize today, make a push for this playoff game.
Floyd unmolested into the backfield. Dallas with the catch, but Taylor wrapped.
The linebacker spots.
3rd and 7. Seahawks rush 4. Mayfield to the sideline. There's Van Jefferson.
Undercutting that, because if he catches that, he could split and score. Baker Mayfield with the errant throw, and Mike Jackson making a pay.
On 3rd and 15, airing it out for Atwell, and it's incomplete. 2nd down and 11. Derek Young, the motion man, off play action. Smith, he's got his tight end. It's Parkinson, and Parkinson.
Sending the offensive line to block here.
Smith to the sideline. That's Derek Young. His first career catch and a first down to the 31. At the 31, Smith finds Metcalf. Ramsey right there. Toss play to Walker. In trouble. Walker trying to find a crease and he didn't get there. He is short of the first down.
Handed inside, or if they dare get Geno out on the run.
Here they go. Big play. Walker to the edge. First down and more. Walker moving the chains to the 13. 11th play of the drive coming up. A drive kept alive by running into the kicker. Smith, pressure comes. Smith on the run. Smith slides down.
Just hand it to 9.
Walker, the carry. Walker bouncing. Walker turning, and Ramsey saves the touchdown. Smith gives it to Walker. He will not get there.
Put it all on the defense.
22-yard try is good.
He just missed the throw.
3rd and 8. Seahawks bring pressure. Baker's in trouble. Able to get away. Mayfield on the run. Throws. It is caught by Atwell, short of the first down by 2 yards.
Give me some positive yards on this first one. A quick, easy completion.
Myers' career long is 61. First one is to Cade Johnson.
Kind of like Tyler Lockett. Coach Carroll was raving about him this week.
Smith going to step up and run. Make a beeline for the sidelines, which he will. Man. And Geno showing the speed. And then a big pop by Ramsey is a flag.
Oh, DK, get out of there. He's got to get out of there. And the flop. Did you see that?
For the win. And for playoff life. Dixon the holder. The snap is down. The kick is on the way. And it is off the upright. It is off the right upright.
Get out of here.
Myers doinks it off the upright. And it's overtime. On 3rd down. Pressure coming. Geno flush, and he has to throw it away. Rams defense does it again. Washington's leading Dallas 26-6. So file that away for later in the OT. 2nd down. Mayfield going deep. He's got Van Jefferson open, and it's intercepted. Quandre Diggs out of nowhere with his 4th pick of the year.
And watch, he's just going to run that deep corner from the inside slot. He had him all the way, either flatten him off to the sidelines or launch this thing, and it gets caught around the 20-yard line. You see Van Jefferson having to slow down. What a catch by Quandre Diggs, and then he goes taunting the team right in front of him. The mascot's fired up. Everybody doing the... Isn't that the Angels in the outfield deal?
Where that's a Seahawk.
Hit there this time. He delivered the blow.
Smith looking, finds Lockett. Lockett with Wagner chasing. That's a tough cover for Bobby Wagner to try to chase down Lockett.
He's put in a tough spot, and there goes his old teammate right by him.
Kenneth Walker, nice move to the sideline, and Walker knocked out by Quentin Lake in field goal range. Overtime in Seattle. 2nd and 8. Walker trying to get to the outside. A little hesitation, then lowers the shoulder into Troy Hill, close to a Seattle first down. And hope springs eternal in Seattle. A 1916 overtime win keeps Seattle very much alive for the playoffs.
What a sequence there towards the end. But Kenneth Walker, what a day for him.